where two children, Conrad and Sally, live with their single mother. Their house looks perfectly neat on the outside, but inside, things are not as simple. Their mother works long hours and struggles to keep things under control, while the children are very different from each other. Sally is organized, strict, and always follows rules, while Conrad is messy, restless, and constantly getting into trouble. On this particular day, their mother leaves them at home, reminding them to behave. She has an important job interview and cannot afford any chaos. To make matters worse, their grumpy neighbor, Mr. Humberflube, is always watching and ready to complain if anything goes wrong. Their babysitter, Mrs. Kwan, is supposed to look after them, but she falls asleep almost immediately, leaving Conrad and Sally bored, restless, and completely unsupervised. As the rain begins to fall outside, the house grows quiet and gloomy. Conrad sighs, wishing something exciting would happen. Sally, on the other hand, just wants peace. That's when it happens. Out of nowhere, a strange noise is heard in the living room. The children turn their heads and see something completely unexpected. Standing tall with a striped red and white hat, a huge grin, and a bow tie, is the cat in the hat. At first, Conrad and Sally are shocked. A giant talking cat in their living room, but the cat is full of charm and energy. He introduces himself with a flourish, promising fun, laughter, and adventure. Conrad is instantly curious, while Sally is suspicious. She insists that their mother said no mess, no nonsense. But the cat waves his paw and assures them that fun doesn't have to be messy, though of course it always is. To prove his point, the cat unleashes two wild creatures from a mysterious box he carries. Thing 1 and Thing 2. Tiny, hyperactive, blue-haired troublemakers who immediately start turning the house upside down. They bounce on furniture, chase each other through hallways, and leave chaos in their wake. Conrad laughs uncontrollably, joining in, while Sally warns that this is going to end badly. Soon, the cat takes the children on a wild ride through their own home, transforming ordinary rooms into magical playgrounds. The kitchen becomes a giant cupcake-making machine, with batter exploding everywhere. The living room turns into a crazy indoor circus, with juggling, bouncing, and flying objects. For the first time in a long while, the children are laughing together. But behind all the fun, trouble is brewing. Conrad and Sally's mother is coming home earlier than expected. Worse, their suspicious neighbor notices strange noises and peeks inside, determined to catch Conrad making trouble again. The cat promises he has everything under control, but his idea of control is, well, complete madness. Things get even more complicated when the cat shows Conrad a mysterious box, warning him never to open it. Naturally, Conrad's curiosity takes over. He opens the box, and suddenly the house begins to warp into a chaotic wonderland. Strange creatures appear, walls bend and stretch, and the whole place starts collapsing into pure nonsense. The once neat home now looks like another world, full of danger and confusion. The cat, for all his jokes and tricks, realizes things are spiraling out of control. Sally is furious, yelling that he has ruined everything. Conrad feels guilty, knowing his curiosity caused the disaster. The siblings argue, blaming each other, until they finally realize the only way to fix things is to work together. With the cat's help, and with Thing 1 and Thing 2 running wild, Conrad and Sally race through the twisted version of their house, trying to lock the box again before it's too late. They face one ridiculous obstacle after another. Furniture comes to life. A purple goo floods the kitchen. The neighbor nearly catches them more than once, and their babysitter is still snoring through the madness. At last, the children manage to close the box, restoring the house back to its original state. But the place is still a mess, dishes broken, furniture overturned, and chaos everywhere. Just then, they hear the sound of their mother's car pulling into the driveway. Panic sets in. They know if she walks in and sees this, everything will be ruined. And that's when the cat surprises them. With a flick of his paw and some magical cleaning tricks, he restores the house perfectly. The floors shine, the furniture is spotless, and everything looks better than before. Their mother walks in to find Conrad and Sally sitting calmly, with no sign of the madness that had just unfolded. The cat tips his hat, ready to leave. Sally, who once doubted him, admits she had fun and learned that sometimes rules aren't everything. Conrad admits that too much curiosity without thinking can be dangerous. The cat smiles, telling them that fun and responsibility can go hand in hand, and that the most important thing is working together as a family. With that, he disappears into the rainy afternoon, leaving the children with memories of an adventure they'll never forget. Conrad and Sally glance at each other and laugh, knowing no one will ever believe them if they tell the story. And somewhere, out in the rain, the Cat in the Hat walks away with his box, humming a tune, already looking for the next house that needs a little bit of fun.